Hi, and welcome to episode 4 of Daisy Knits. We are trying a new location. So, first of all, start off with I'm Daisy, Muggle named Jennifer. You can find me on Ravelry as Daisy or Instagram as Daisy Knits. I have a closed account. However, if you have yarn, if you send me your Ravelry name, pretty much if you show you're a yarny, I'll let you through. I have pictures of our kids on there. My life is on there. So, it is locked, but I'm pretty open about it. So, that's what's there. We have a different room today. I wanted to try, hopefully somewhere with less glare. Both Quilter Caroline and Photo Knit Gal mentioned the glare and gave us some options, suggestions. It's a really rainy, yucky day outside. So, I kind of walked through the house trying to figure out where I could do this, and I thought, I'll take y'all upstairs to the shop. Slow down a little. I feel like I'm talking really fast today. The kids call this our neighbor room. It's a guest room. On this side we have a guest bed and a side table, and then this entire wall is the shop, basically. And the closet is mostly the shop. So you see lots of shop yarn behind me, and everything behind me is in the Etsy shop. You can find all of this on the Etsy shop. DaisyKnits.com if you're interested. So, we'll start with there. I did also want to say thank you for everybody who left the kind comments. I was really happy that I got to share that with y'all. And it was great to see everybody leave sweet remarks. Let's get this party started, shall we? So, last week you saw I had tubes. This week, my tubes have heels, and I'm calling them done. They are done. I have actually worn these even. Love them. They were my first pair of true afterthought heels, and so I say that because I have little Fred Flintstone heels this time. When I made my cut to put my afterthought heel in, I kind of misjudged how long my foot was, and it was too long. So to compensate, I made my heel pretty narrow, pretty shallow. That's the word I'm looking for, shallow. So they look like Fred Flintstone feet, but they fit me, so I'm going to roll with it. I have worn these, like I said, and they fit wonderfully, and they're just squishy. The yarn is Yarn Geek Fibers, Sarah, her Rocketeer colorway, Rainbow Dashing. That's the colorway. Rocketeer's the base, Rainbow Dashing's the colorway. Yarn Geek Fiber. Just ask Sarah. She'll know. She's phenomenal like that. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I finished. What I'm working on is my hand-spun shawl. This is a shawl that basically the patterns from my mind, I have it written down. I don't think it's all that fancy. Let's see if we can get... Over here we have an increased side. Every other round you knit 2 together. That's all it is, really. But I loved these colors. I got them from Lori last year at Knitting in the Mitten. So this is how far it is. Boomerang style is my favorite style of shawl. Like I said, hand spun. I got from Lori, who is North Cabin Fibers. There's her ball band. And the colorway is Berry Trail for You. 240 yards. So, not great yardage. I spin because I enjoy spinning. I'm not a phenomenal spinner, and I'm okay with that. I don't do frog hair lace. I just don't. I don't tend to do a lot of art yarn. This right here, that's my default yarn. But I love it, so I am happy with it. I love this shawl. I took it with me this weekend to the wedding we went to, and I knit on it while we were waiting for the ceremony to start, and it traveled around with me. It traveled in a Rainstorm Studios bag. This fabric up here is what I have on my aprons. So if you see me at a show, you'll see this fabric again. A friend of mine saw it and she snagged it for me. So it's kind of special for me. So that's what I have there. Let's see. I saw a meme this morning that says we are 9 Mondays away from Christmas. I have mixed feelings on that in general. Like, we're really counting down Mondays, first of all. But okay. It reminded me, though, that I need to get my little circus in gear. Should back up a moment. My family celebrates Thanksmas, which will be happening in 4 weeks. So we all draw names, and I got my grandma. She loves hand-knit dishcloths. So I need to get busy. This is going to be her dishcloths this year. Yeah, nothing's come out of this ball yet. It's all there. I need to get busy. Dishcloths are not my favorite. They hurt my hands. But Grandma loves them. So, I should show you. This is just the Peaches and Cream colorway. Swimming Pool is the colorway name. They at least have colorway names. And it's just shades of blue. But Grandma will love it. So, that's what's going on there. With my Master Knitter program, right now I'm doing quite a bit of reading and just really just kind of starting to get an idea of seaming and different resources. I don't have much in way except for I have 4 swatches. They are so tiny and silly looking, but what happens is I will be seaming these together in, let's see if you can see, stockinette on one side, and then the other one I will seam with reverse stockinette. So I have 4. Before I can seam them, I need to block them. So that is on the goal this week. I don't know if I've said or not. It's really rainy and yucky outside, so it's going to take a bit for these to dry. I need to just sit down and do it, and I haven't yet. That's going to be on the next couple of days list. I'm also doing a massive dye day today. I have 6 pounds currently going through the dye pots. So that'll be done. So there'll be lots of drying going on in our dry area. And so I really should just swatch those and throw them under the fan with everything else. Speaking of dyeing, I let my little man play in the dye pot this week. And this is what he created. He got to experience what dyeing means. He had it in his mind of a certain colorway. Unfortunately, I don't think he hit what he originally wanted, but he says he likes it. So lots of browns. He's got a little bit of a stripe here. He's calling this color Ancient Ruby. He asked me to knit him a monster or something, and I told him I would, but I will probably knit him something for Christmas. So I'll knit it and keep it all hidden and give it to him for Christmas. So he knows he's going to get something. He just doesn't know what, and he won't know apparently for 9 more weeks, because we just talked about that, right? So this will be future projects, but I don't know if I will really show a lot of it on the podcast. The kids like to watch the podcast, which is kind of weird to see yourself, but that's what they do. So that's what, we'll see. I'm sure I'll show it to you at some point, but that's what this is. I have been dyeing. Last week I dyed a bunch of stuff up, and one of the colorways I focused on was getting Wicked Cool back into the shop. So that's what this colorway is here. And I have a little bucket right here that's full of Wicked Cool. They should all be live by the time that y'all get this episode up. That's the rest of this afternoon, and tomorrow morning's goal is to get them all pushed up into the shop. And I keep saying the shop. The shop is at daisyknits.com if you're interested. If you're not, that's okay. Let's see. Allison Rose Boom asked me about dyeing, and I said we. The reason why I say we is for us, dyeing is a family project. I actually do most of the dyeing. I do most of the tagging, things like that. I do have the kids. My business card is my ball band. All my information's on the back. I have them help like hole punch sometimes, or I have them help change yarn around on the drying racks. But I do most of the dyeing. But our dyeing happens in the kitchen. So we have full cabinet, stove, refrigerator, all that on one side. refrigerator's on the other side, but stove and the sink and all that is on one side. And then I have a little short cabinet. I dye on that cabinet. So even though it's out of the way, it's still very present. Dyeing is all, there's yarn in every level of this house. There is yarn somewhere in my house. So for us, I feel like it is a family endeavor. The kids have to be tolerant of yarn being everywhere. My husband has to put up with yarn drying all over the place. And his wife talking about yarn 24/7. The poor man. There's yarn everywhere. So I feel like it is a we project, even though I do most of the actual labor part of it. That's where that came from. The yarn and I, we, the royal we, will be traveling on Saturday to a trunk show over in Bloomington, Indiana in a yarn basket. I don't know where I got a good yarn last week from. I don't know where I pulled that from, but that's where we'll be. If you're in the area, love to see you. If not, it's a bit of a drive, I understand. It's my first trunk show, so I have no idea what's going to happen. But I'm excited, a little nervous. We'll go from there. The following week, so in a week from tomorrow, I will be going to Knitting in the Mitten. Woohoo! Gonna go see Coggy. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I love that retreat. It's a very relaxed, laid-back retreat. It's only about 5 hours from the house, so I get a nice mommy vacation. I will have the shop with me. I will do, the 2-hour market vendor. But that weekend is very much about relaxing and just having fun with friends. So if you're there, love to see it. If not, check it out. If it's something you can get into, you might look at it for next year. Future knits. I still have made no decision on my spinning. My future knitting as far as coming up is I need to get this yarn cranked out for Grandma. This actually would make great retreat knitting. It might be something I look at taking with me. I need to do some more master knitting, obviously. But 2-3 times ago now, I talked about sweater knitting. The yarn is downstairs. I am going to dye it up either tonight or tomorrow. I haven't decided what actual colorway I want. I picked out 3 colorways. I narrowed it down to 3 colorways, and then I got stuck. And so I threw it up on Instagram. And right now, Instagram is mixed. So I am not sure yet, but by tonight or tomorrow morning, I will make a decision looking at the votes on Instagram. It'll probably be Tango or All Mad Here, which I can show you both of those colorways. Let's see. Pardon my crazy reach. So this is All Mad Here, and this is Tango. It's a soft green with teals, and then a crazy blow you out hot pink and beautiful purples. I'm kind of leaning towards All Mad Here just because this is so me. But this is like, I feel like it's professional a little more. I don't know. It's on Instagram, so if you voted, thank you. If not, totally understand. I'm torn. We'll see. Next week we'll reveal, because I will definitely get these dyed up and get it dried. Really I'm thinking that might be my travel knitting. Also for the next couple of weeks, I have a lot of going and doing, and a sweater. I mean, yeah, it's big and bulky, but I think that it'll make fabulous travel knitting. I'm going to kind of do a fairly basic plain sweater. I'm thinking that's going to be a good travel project. So that's what I have going on. I have no idea what else. So until next week, I will talk to you later. Like I said, you can find me on Ravelry and you can find me on Instagram. I love to hear back from you. If you have questions, something else you want to learn about, or just say, hey, I'm good with that too. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. See ya.